When it comes to 1.19 PvP, I'd consider myself one of the best. But I think there's always room for improvement. So that's why in today's video, I'm going to be training my Minecraft 1.19 PvP skills for 1 week. Alright, so in 1.19, there are 3 main skills that you need to master. And they are Crystal PvP, which is fast-paced madness, where the first person to destroy their mouse placing crystals wins. Axe PvP, one of the more simple modes, which requires patience and good timing, which I don't have. And lastly, the most competitive game mode out of all of Sword PvP. It is almost a requirement to have a few screen protectors on your screen at all times, because trust me, you're gonna rage. All of these skills take thousands of hours to master, but in this video, I've only got a week. So let's see how much I can improve in that time. Alright, let's get started. To train my Axe and Crystal PvP, I'm gonna play 5 duels each day. So if each game takes 3 minutes, that's about half an hour of complete failure every day. To train my Sword PvP, I'm gonna play a lot of free-for-all. This better be worth it. Alright, so the goal for today was to establish a baseline so we could see how much I'd improved at the end of the week. First up, Crystal PvP. I'm not sure what it is, but I absolutely suck at Crystal PvP. I just couldn't figure out when to explode the crystal or even how to place the obsidian and the crystal in time. It felt like all the other players knew something that I didn't. So on day 1, I just kept dying over and over. Why is it so difficult? Next up, Sword PvP. Finally a game mode that I could actually play without being destroyed in the first 20 seconds. It took me a while to get used to the 1.19 movement, but by the end of day 1, I feel like I've gotten used to it. I'm actually loving this. This mode was really easy to get the hang of, and I was quickly able to win some of my fights. However, Axe PvP was a different story. Because this was one of my first ever attempts, it didn't go too well. I found it really difficult to use my shield and crossbow at the right time, but I was pretty good at dodging arrows and hitting the other player with an axe. Hopefully, I can improve my skills over this week. Let me give you a summary of my progression throughout the week. First up, Crystal PvP. At the start, I'd loathe training each day because I knew I'd get destroyed. But after watching countless YouTube videos and getting advice from other players, I'm very happy to say I improved a lot. For me, it was when I realized that the crystal only damages your feet that I started to get better. This is important because if you jump, your feet become level with the crystal, so you take a lot of damage. This also means that if you hit the other player into the air, quickly place an obsidian and a crystal beneath their feet and explode it, they would take loads of damage. And after a week of training, I got pretty good at it. Next up, Sword PvP. For me, this was the most enjoyable skill that I learned. I felt that as soon as I joined on day 1, I was consistently getting kills. I improved so much that my KDR went from 0.43 on day 1 to 0.96 on the last day of the challenge. That's an increase of 123.26%. Damn, that's a lot. I went from not being able to time my hits and always missing my jump crits to consistently getting 5 kill streaks. On to Axe PvP. I don't know what it is, but I just can't play Axe. While I did improve a bit, I found it really difficult to win most of my games. I just couldn't get the timing right for the blocking of the shield or when to use the axe. Although I did see more wins, I definitely don't think I improved that much. However, along with all the other skills, I felt like my movements were so much more fluid and intentional after practicing for the week. I definitely think I improved a lot. Some modes more than others, but I improved nonetheless. Here is a small montage from the last day of training.
Subscribe to Content MC.